to
What
go
kind of
to.
woman? Anyone. If I was a woman and Vinny Hacker's like, come back to my place, I would be like,
But
yeah.
it
Do you want me to
wasn't.
show up with my
It
clothes
wasn't
on or
like
off?
that. It wasn't. I've literally known.
Clothes on or clothes off? You tell me, and I'll be there.
Shut the fuck up. No, I literally. Vinny is a friend, and always
A
has been.
beautiful one, but again, that's just me.
But anyways, um, Leslie is dying over that, because she loves him. But so then we go back. Me and Jules, yeah, literally. Me and Jules go to his house, and we're literally like, what are we doing? But then we walk in. I don't know anyone there except Taryn. I do know Taryn, which was like really nice. I knew one person there. And so then Jules and I go outside, and we're literally uh wearing basically nothing because it's Halloween. And I was a Dalmatian that night, and we're literally like snuggling. Me and Jules are like snuggling. We're so cold, and I'm like, oh, I'm so cold.
And I
And
was
then
in a suit because this should be known. I was in a suit and I had a jacket. Well, I had a jacket. I wasn't wearing the jacket, and I had a dress shirt.
yes, and so then he comes up to me and says, I would give you my jacket already, but I already gave it to another girl. And I was like, what?
Which is funnier
But
if you know the context.
well, I didn't know the context, so I was like, me and Jules were like, that's a crazy thing to say. Like we both were like, what? And then he was like, no, 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 I gave it to my girl, my roommate. She's a girl. She's dating the boy that we live with. I live with a couple. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
It
okay,
was
so that
supposed to
was
be
fine.
like a funny, like, oh, like, because, like, of course, like a dude would probably be like, yeah, I would give you my jacket, but I gave it to a girl already. So like I jokingly like said
But
that,
I didn't take it. I
but
literally was
like
like,
she was
this man
like,
is such a douche.
and I was like, no, like, this is true. What I just said to you is true, but I was trying to like, I was making fun of somebody who would actually say that. I actually gave it to my roommate who is in a relationship,
Yes.
and it's like a whole
And then I
thing.
was like, oh, okay, that's
Humble.
nice.
No, literally.
And then I said, this I don't know if I can even
What's this
say.
phrase? I don't know.
No, actually though, and then I said, well, you don't. I mean, you don't seem. I said something about his. I said something about his tits being out. I was like, I mean, your tits are out because he literally
Because
when
my shirt was
he
unbuttoned.
but every time this is just a thing. He wears a dress shirt and he just unbuttons his shirt and just
Well,
out.
okay, it was
Like,
because I was like, I don't know how you're cold. Like my shirt's unbuttoned right now, and she was like, yeah, like your boobs are literally out. So who tells this part?
uh, I don't know who tells this part. Actually, it's fine. It's funny. But he basically was just like, I I wish you could have yours out too, like women empowerment,
Yeah,
basically.
it was like more of
Like
in an
he
equality way, but not in
he
like a oh whip them out way. But like, I think it's unfair that I can have mine
that's
out
what he said. I think it's
and
unfair that
you
I
can't.
could have mine out and you can't have yours out.
Now
Like
there
you
might have
want
been a little bit of an undertone deep in my mind that was like, please, please, please. But like, it was for the right reasons. Like 80%
and then
for the right
and then
reasons.
his roommate Evan walks by and is like, you can't say
You
that
can't
to
talk to
women.
people like that.
And
And I'm like, no, it
I'm
was taken out of
literally
context. Because all he heard was, I wish you could have yours out right now. And he was like, why are you saying that to this poor woman? You can't say that.
so I'm literally just like, what? And so me and Jules like walk away. Me and Jules are just running around. And then Cole is like sitting in the house on the floor, literally like this. And
With
he like,
with frosted flakes.
yeah, and he like looks up for a second. And there's like there's like, how many people here do you think?
I don't know. Everything was kind of scattered.
It was probably like 10 to 15.
Yeah. Why does
And to
Cole
me,
pretend he's 25? I
he
am 20.
is
Wait, does
25.
that mean they think I'm younger than 25? Because that would be awesome. Because I do not want to be 25. I feel like I'm
This
like
is
30.
extremely poetic. It really is. Me and Jules were sitting there, and then I was like, who is that guy? I was like, Jules, who is that guy? Totally didn't put two and two together that it was Cole outside and then him inside. Uh, because it was dark, so I didn't really know. And a lot of people were in suits that night because I think it was everyone's like last minute costume, you know. Um, and so then I was like, Jules, I have to talk to this guy. And so then Jules goes up to him and
Someone
says,
called me sorry, 20 and 20.
20 and 25. Guys, let's actually not be crazy. Let's actually not be crazy.
No, that's also,
People
yeah.
get so weird about age gaps when it's like I'm not 12.
One, I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not 40, and you're not 20. I'm 25, which is pretty
I'm turning
20.
21 and well
Well,
he just turned 25. But
now if I
anyways,
was
what did
40, then it would be weird. I'd say 30. I'd
if
say
I was if
27.
I was like 17, I think it'd be a little
Well,
weird.
obviously, that would be weird for any age. I'd say like in the 20s. I think the furthest away from 20 where it's like someone's 20, the other person, I'd say like 27, 28. Now it's like, okay, we're getting into like weird territory. But then you take that and you go like 30 and 37, it's fine. And then you go like 40 and 47, you're like, it's fine. My stepmom's 10 years older than my dad.
Yeah,
So,
my so is my mom and Greg. But anyways, what did Jules say to you?
uh, oh, she asked me my sexuality, in which I said, "Who's asking?"
Is that
And
what you
then she was,
said?
uh, probably. And then she was like, "Kenzie's asking," and I'm like, "Well, whatever she wants me to be, I am that." Because I
That's
think that
not what
she
you
is
said.
beautiful. That's essentially what I said. That's like a short term. But the good news is then you were like, "Oh, he might be into me," which I was.
Someone said who's asking LMFAO. He didn't actually say that. He didn't actually say that. He said Jules asked him a question and then he was like, yes. Like he just was like, yes. And then she said, well, Kenzie's into you. And then he was like, oh, okay, great.
I was
That's
like,
what happened. He didn't say
"Yeah, I
who's
figured."
asking.
After I essentially harassed her outside, I figured she'd be into me. That was a total surprise when she was like, "Okay, well, Kenzie likes you." I was like, "Are you for real?" I
Well,
was like,
and but babe,
"Something's
I didn't
definitely
think
wrong
that
with
was
her."
the same. I didn't think that was the same person. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, which kind of hurts, because then I'm like, because in my brain, before I knew that, I was like, "Wow, she really like saw me at my just full self and was like, you know what, I'm into that." And then it turns
Well,
out that in her brain, I was two different people.
no, but
It
I
sucks.
realized while we were talking, and I was like, oh, this was the guy, and I'm still here. It works. And so then we just like literally talked all night. I honestly don't even remember what we talked about because there was so much. We talked for a really long time. And then he kissed me and I
You
had
kissed me.
no.
We kissed each
You
other.
want me to you want me to tell you how it went?
Did it was what did I say? Are we about to kiss right now?
No, I had a Dalmatian nose on my nose,
Oh
remember?
my God, it was all over my
And
face.
I drew like a little nose and like some whiskers and it started like migrating because I was just, I had it on for so long. And then I looked at myself in my phone. Do you remember this? I looked at myself in my phone and I was like, "Oh my God, hi Taryn." And I was like, oh my God, I have makeup all over myself. And you were like, "Can I have some of it?"
It's pretty smooth. I like sometimes I
You
just
were
hear
like, "Give me some of that."
sometimes I hear the things I said and I'm like, man, I am so awesome. Like that. I don't think I could do that now. I think if I was put in that situation, I would have folded. You'd be like, oh, I have all this makeup on my nose. I'd have been like, yeah, you should probably wash it off or something. I don't know. If it's annoying you and getting all over the place, then
Everyone's
like,
saying W Riz. Yeah, so we kissed, and
yeah,
then
we kissed.